Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. Again, a really fall day out there, isn't it? It's so chilly. We've got a little bit of frost, but it's to be expected. But as you can see, we are back for another Yoga Flow class. Always wonderful to have you join. Thanks for coming. As you can see, I've got it all decked out for the festive coming weekend. We've got Halloween on Sunday. So you can see I've got my little witch hanging up. I've got some pumpkins down on the floor and my little pumpkin cat in the front. And in my wonderful little wreath behind, it says, "Welcome, my pretties." Anyway, we're ready for some fun, for some yoga flow. So glad you're here. It's just after 11, so I think we'll begin. Always good to have your strap handy and your block if you have one, and a nice little cushion or pillow that we can put under our knees for Shavasana. So today we're going to begin lying down. It's always a nice idea too if you want to play your own music, because that way you can put your spooktacular music on if you like. Or something a little more upbeat or something quiet. So we are going to start in a supine position today, lying down on our backs. I hope you had a really great week and you're feeling well. Had a lot of busy days myself and doing a lot of physical activity, so I'm looking forward to this time with you to do some stretching and some movement. So let's place our feet on the floor with our knees bent and our feet the width of the mat. So we want to make sure they're open wider and the knees are going to fall inward. So if your hips are a little bit tight, you're going to feel you have to focus on bringing those knees together and you can feel them touching. So now the palms are down, face down. Adjust your shoulders so you're comfortable. I hope you're feeling warm and you have lots of space around you. And we're going to start to deeply breathe into our abdomen. So you can feel the breath rising deep into our bellies. Expand high to the sky. And fill your lungs and your heart with beautiful oxygen and warm sunshine for the day. And as you exhale, start to allow the diaphragm to decompress. You can feel the breath flowing back out through your nostrils. And you can feel your spine somewhat pressing into the ground, but you're not tilting your pelvis at all. You're going to inhale again very slowly and deeply. Again, my name is Mo, and this is Yoga Flow, Thursday mornings at 11, our favorite time of the week. And then we're going to roll down with our breath. Allow it to deflate. You can feel your diaphragm moving up into your ribs as it presses the oxygen out of your lungs. Your eyes can be closed so you can really feel this movement in your body. Big, slow, deep breath. Breathing through our nose unless you are congested with any kind of allergies or sensitivities today. Exhale, and this time I want you to tilt your pelvis slightly upward so you can feel your spine imprint in. And let's bring both knees and give them a hug. Now we're going to rock back and forth. Okay, it looks like our connection is back. So all we've done is we have stretched our knees to chest as we exhaled. And now we're just rocking side to side to massage your spine, rolling in a circle. Beautiful. Let's take the legs to the sky. We're just going to flex the heels and point, and flex and point. Your hamstrings are probably quite strong. They're really tight. So this is a great way of loosening up your ankles and getting some mobility back into your hamstrings, getting it stretched as we pull the legs down. This is where your strap will come in handy if you'd like to put your strap around your feet. You can assist this stretch by bringing the toes downward. You can open your feet just gently, about 6 inches apart. Beautiful. And if you have a strap, it's handy because this is where you can wrap it around your hands a little bit. And you can lower your feet a little as you exhale, and then inhale, bring them back up. Your feet can be together. We're going to lower down and raise back up. If you don't have a strap, what I'd like you to do is place your hands underneath the base of your hips Then you can lower your feet and then bring them back up again. Just go down as far as you feel comfortable with your back. And this is a great core strengthener as we come up. Inhale, exhale. And then last inhale, we come up. If you have a strap, we let it go. You can place it on top of your body, hands to the floor. We're going to do reverse curl. So we're going to press the feet up and lower. Make sure the strap isn't being suspended for your hips, of course. We're going to exhale, kick up to the ceiling and lower. Your eyes stay to the sky to protect your neck. We're just lifting the feet and lowering. So your hips come up a little bit and lower. Lift and lower. Couple more of these, great for lower abs. And then we stop here, feet together. Hold the tops of your toes and draw your knees out to the side. So we're in a supine cobbler pose. Holding the supine cobbler, I'm going to check and make sure everything's okay. Good. Hello, everyone. I'm so glad you're here, and I'm glad my connection came back on. I'm in a bit of a country setting, and every now and then we have a little bit of internet problems, but it's been pretty good, thankfully, for a while. Of course, it's probably the frosty day, so we're going to hold this little butterfly pose with our knees outward. And from here, you can see that we've got the elbows fanned out as well. And we're going to lift up into the pumpkin pose. So we've got our little spout on the top. We've got a nice ball forming in our back. And we're trying to breathe through our belly, but it's quite constricted. But you're getting some breath into your lungs, and we're stretching our entire spine. And then lower that down with the head and the heels towards your midline. Inhale, exhale to pumpkin pose, lift and stretch the back of your shoulders. Inhale, lay down, perfect. Now we're going to come back up with the legs, open for spider. That's a good Halloween little critter, the spider. Legs are nice and wide, you can hold the back of your knees. And then when arms come overhead, take a nice stretch. And then when we lift, we're going to just reach to the right side. Come back down. We're going to lift up, reach to the left side. In your spider pose, come back down. So both hands can come up to the left, right, and down. Left side and down. Now middle. We're going to curl through and then close our legs. Exhale, curl through. Inhale, lower down, close your legs, arm overhead, and then curl up, stretch through the spider, coming back down. Last time here. Good stuff. Let's wrap around and just draw your feet up higher. So now we're having this nice little joined feet above your chest or maybe your face. Your hands are around the back of your legs, and you're giving those legs a nice hug to your body so you can feel that stretch right through your glutes and your inner thighs. So while we're here, you can curl up, and then you can give a little exhale and a kick, and see if we can come to seated. Shall we try that? Come on, up. We landed, great. So now that we're seated, we're going to keep our feet in Baddha Konasana pose. And I'm going to move my little buddy here so you can see. It's my little kitty cat pumpkin, and we're going to flap our wings. Wonderful. Let's take this leg up and this leg straight. So now we've got our right leg straight, left leg is bent. We're going to come up, and we're going to do a little twist over top with this elbow. So the elbow can be on top of the knee, or if you can, inhale and really draw your belly in nice and tight. So this will give you leverage, or you can bring your foot a little farther away if you like. You want your left knee to be tall, and you're going to just come back with your left hand for Marichyasana. This is a lovely fish's pose where you're looking over to your left side and you're getting that lovely closed twist with the knee up. Your foot on your right side is nice and straight up, so you're strengthening through this quadricep. And take a nice breath here as we are twisted, and massaging our internal organs. The chin is long and level. Then we can take this and wrap it around. Legs are straight. Interlace your hands behind your glutes or place the hands in the small of your back. And we're going to lift up the arms, squeezing into the rhomboid muscles between your shoulder blades. Feel that chest stretch. The feet are nice and high. Deep breath in, and as we exhale, we're going to forward fold. A little bit of a Paschimottanasana. Forward bend, but it's got the arm lift behind you. So as you can see, we've got the feet up, we've got the hands clasped, and we're going to exhale and lower. Drawing your belly button in, your nose comes down. Inhale straight up. Beautiful. How about we take this right knee bent. This foot is long and strong. I'm going to face you guys this time. So let's take this foot nice and tall. This one's up tall. Your spine is tall. We're going to take our left hand on top of the right knee, or we can place it inside if you can't twist too well. This hand will support your spine, and we're going to sit in our Marishanasana twist. It's a closed twist, so we're opening up through the shoulders, and we're looking and breathing and twisting, feeling that strength in the lower back, massaging into the belly. Beautiful. And we're going to take all of this back onto the elbows. So drawing your body back to the elbows. We're going to draw the long line with the legs. We're going to lift into the heart, make it into a back bend. Really feel the arch into the lower spine. And draw your hands underneath your glutes. Elbows are close together. We're going to lift up your left leg and lower. Your toes are pointed. Up, side, up, and then lower. So the hips, the body does not move. All we have is the legs moving. Up and over. Doing a little L sign. One more time. Open, close, and we'll do the other side. Lift up, open wide, come up, pointed toe, and down. Your body's in a straight line. We just started with that arch and stretch and long. And it's very controlled. You're not moving your hips, your torso, anything but the hip of the moving leg. Last one here. And then we're going to come up and down and down. Sounds like it's moving a little more. We're working into lower abdominals now. Up and lift. Teaser pose and down. Breathing always and down and down. Good stuff. Last time here. Can we hold this up here and lift off so we're balancing in teaser? If this is too intense, put the 1 foot down, the 2 feet down. You feel it in your quads. Your arms are down from your shoulders. And now we can hug to the ball. Beautiful. Cross your knees and roll over. Hands and knees. How are we doing? You feeling okay? We're having fun. Good stuff. We are in our table pose now. So preparing the table for all of the Halloween treats to put on there with your lighted pumpkin for Halloween. I hope it's a nice night for all the kids. And I'm hoping the kids get a chance to go out and go trick-or-treating this year. That'd be so nice. Hands are nice and splayed wide. Knees are slightly open. Feet are touching behind you. So we'll come into our cat pose. I was hoping my cat Zoe would come down to visit us today. She hasn't been down for a little while, so I'm hoping she'll get the hint and come and join us for Zo yoga. Come up into arch cat pose, looking at your toes. Take your shoulders away from your ears and draw the belly button up to the spine. You're looking down to your feet. From here, we're going to shrug our shoulders, squeeze the scaps, let your chest fall, and then press those shoulders right up. This is a great neck massage and shoulder massage. Let the shoulders drop, chest to floor, press back up. It's like doing little shoulder push-ups. One more time. Contract those scaps and then expand the scaps. Beautiful. And then scoop forward into cow pose. So now your belly is sticking up and you have your tailbone sticking up. You're sagging down and you're smiling because it is a beautiful day once again. I hope it's like yesterday. Press up into cat. Curl forward into cow. And then slide into child pose. You can have your arms extended long overhead. Stretching all of your upper back and feel. You can feel that lovely, lovely stretch. Exhale. Take your hands wide in at the front of your mat as we scoot the nose forward and dolphin swoop and come to cow. Cow. And then press to cat. Exhale. Inhale, child pose. Exhale, dolphin swoop. Press up high into cat. Gotcha. Let's do that again. Cat. Child as you inhale. Exhale, press dolphin swoop. Into cow. Lovely. Let's take our hands completely centered. Okay. Centered underneath your shoulders. We're going to take the right foot back and we're going to press it back. And feel your Achilles tendon stretch. So the leg is long. You can feel the length and the toe anchoring into the ground. So we have that pressing downward with a flat back. Your glutes are relaxed. And let's roll up on the toes and press back in the heel. Roll the toes, press the heel, and roll and press. Beautiful. Let's bring that knee down. Let's do the other side now so we can stretch out that foot. We don't stretch our toes that much. They're always in our shoes, or we're just not taking as much attention to the base of our feet. Feeling that stretch. You probably feel it more on one side than the other. Right at the calf, right through the heel, and then through the arch of your foot. Let's go forward and back, and forward and back. Nice. One more time, up and down. And we're going to transition this to kneeling plank. So knees come down. I want you to lower your hips so that they are long. And I don't want you to sag your back or sag and point up your rear end. I want you to tuck your pelvis in. So it's like turning it upward, squeezing the glutes, flattening your back, looking down, then lifting up with the knees. Now you have a nice flat, straight plank. Your shoulders are away from your ears. Beautiful. We're going to take that left heel and we're going to lift it and lower. Right heel, lift and lower. If this is too much for your wrists, come down to your elbows at any time. Alternate heel kick ups. Lift and squeeze the glute. Squeeze the glute and lift. Squeeze, and last one here on your right side and down. And then stretch back to child pose. Beautiful. Take a breath here. And then come back forward onto your elbows and your belly and curl up for Sphinx. Now I gotta sneeze. Oh my goodness. Oh. Bleh. Bleh. Excuse me. Allergies. I've been working a lot in some dusty areas and I think it's really got to me today. Cleaning, not so fun. Now we're lifting in our heart and we're looking forward with our chin level on our elbows. Our fingers are flat, our toes are long. Now if you like, you can bring this back up to cobra. As we lift through the hands. Oh, here. Oh, goodness, another sneeze. Oh. Must be all the cobwebs. I literally was working in a cobweb area yesterday, so I'm really feeling the effects of the allergies. So let's lift with the heart. We're giving ourselves a beautiful back bend. Your hips are planted on the ground, and you can feel the pressure in the palms of your hands. Shoulders are down, and we're doing a lovely belly stretch, and we're down again. For crocodile. Crocodile is one of the nicest, beautiful, relaxing poses you can allow yourself to partake in. You're just lying on your belly with your hands stretched underneath your chin as you rest your head down and your legs are long. We're going to add to this, we're going to do some wonderful back work today, some back extensions. We're going to work into flight and work into our bow pose.
supine bow. So we are going to inhale, you're going to lift the chin and then take your hands behind you and they're floating and palms are up. So working towards a locust pose here. And we're going to in, lift with the heart, squeeze those glutes, lift your toes off the ground and back.
Had it on Do Not Disturb, but I don't know what happened. Maybe because the internet kicked it out. So, my apologies. We're coming back down. Arms outstretched. Some days we have perfect everything, and other days the spooks come in and the cobwebs. And they just cause little glitches, right? And my phone never rings, so there we go. So let's inhale. And now lift the feet behind you this time. Squeeze those glutes. Keep the chin level with the floor. And breathe. Now we're going to lift the hands overhead. We're balancing on our bellies. So in a big, long arms and legs stretch. And behind. Tucking in your shoulders, tucking in your elbows, and then palms come out. Deep breath here. And exhale. And relax back down into crocodile. Let's do that again. So we've gone from locust to flight in Pilates. So it's combinations of yoga and Pilates throughout the class. But some things are very much the same. So we're going to inhale. Here comes the feet. Lift, lift, lift. Squeeze those glutes. So you can lift your thighs up off the ground. You're balancing on your pelvis and your belly. And then chin tucks down slightly. Arms come out stretched. Feeling the strength and the work all through your spine and your ribs and your back and your glutes. And we're balancing here, and then elbows tuck in. Lift your heart gently. Keep the chin down. Palms are hovering, and then we press the palms back. In flight, take a breath and stretch. And then release. We'll do one more fast one. Inhale, stretch long. Legs up, arms up, take a breath. Exhale, squeeze elbows to sides of ribs, and then palms come back and fly through your witch broom air into this Halloween night with the stars and the moon and the dark sky. And we release. Now we're going to curl our bodies back up and come into a stretch for our back, called rabbit pose. So elbows come tight toward your elbows, curling your back up into a spinal arch, looking down. Our face can be flat. We're going to curl it up into a ball and take a deep breath here. Excellent. And then come back up to your hands and knees. We're going to do a little more balance and back work. Going into balancing tables. So now let's take our left leg straight out. Toe is pointing down, so you have it level to the floor. You don't want to be up high, you don't want to be too low, but you have it level and the toe is down. From here, you're going to take that right hand. So it's left leg, right hand, and your shoulder supporting the other hand underneath you. And then you can stay here for balance. You can look at your drishti on the floor right in front of you. Something that you don't want to falter your body. Your body will be still if your mind is still. And you can reach back if you like. Find your toe and grasp that foot and then press the foot to the sky in balancing bow pose. Take a deep breath here. And unwind. You can lift it high, you can lift it a little, or if you don't want to lift it all, you don't have to even grab the foot. You can come back down and rest your foot down. And let this go back. Come back to cat. Stretch your spine. Back to cow. And then lift off on the knees and squeeze those glutes. Toes are down for heel lift. If you have less flexibility, if you have more flexibility in your spine, you can flatten those feet and find your heels. Or What's handy is your block or your book, something heavy. You can use your block to lean on for half camel. So we're going to stick out those hips, keep your body nice and straight as we hold on to our block, hold on to our heel, and we lift up with one arm. You can choose which one you like today. So I'm touching my heel, or you can put the hand in the small of your back, really stretching in the front of your psoas muscles here, right in the hip flexors. Stretching long. Let's stretch to the other side. Again, you can have your block on the other side and lean into the block and keep your body forward. Keep everything in a straight line. Take a deep breath here. And then you can let this go and come back into table. Ready for balancing table on your other side. So you're probably on your mat. You're going to take, the right leg is extended back. Toe is facing down and the leg is level to your body. You're going to find your drishti. You're going to place this right hand right underneath your shoulder. You're going to extend with the left hand now. You're going to breathe deep. Take a nice deep breath here. And you can extend. If your foot falls, squeeze the glute, lift it up so it's level. You can just visualize it being one long line. It's balancing table. And then you can reach back, find your toe if you wish. Press your foot into your hand and squeeze your shoulder blades to lift that leg even higher. Great stretch for the quadriceps through the front of your hips. This wonderful extension for your back. And your body should be still because your eyes are not moving. You're staring at that spot. Beautiful, folks. We're going to take this back down into your plank pose. You can come to elbows if you need to. We've got our plank. Then we're going to draw your right foot underneath for pigeon. Pigeon is a beautiful hip stretch. Gorgeous for the glutes and the upper thigh and your lower back. And when you're lifting in your high pigeon, you can feel your heart stretch too. And embrace the sun. Our left leg is long behind us with the toe flat. So you're lifting into the heart. You got your heel up towards your hip on the opposite side and the outside of the knee, the bent knee under you. And if you like, you can balance here. You can take the same arm with the same long leg and stretch long. Accentuate the back curve. Keeping your head level, and then you can draw this down and lean long into your pigeon. So you can draw your face down on top of the other hand, which is on the floor, and your left arm and left leg are long. Take a breath here. Or you can draw your hands back up, clasp your fingers, and use this little pillow to support your forehead as you rest your neck. This is a lesser stretch than the first one with the long arm. If you have your arm long, you'll feel that long lengthening right underneath your entire rotator cuff, in through your armpit, up through the back of your tricep. So you can choose which one you'd like to do today. Deep breath here. We're going to lift our faces, keep our hands low. And now we can take our arm long on this side and just anchor your toe slightly long to the back on your mat and just reach over top into a nice pigeon fold. So I've got my leg long here. Well, I stuck out of my leg. I'll use my pillow. And then we've got this leg, this arm long, and you've got your arm over top. So you're getting that beautiful side waist opening. You're resting your head on your arm and the bottom arm leg is tucked under. It's the same leg still. I'm just showing you a different angle. Deep breath here. And then you're going to push back up. We're back in the pigeon pose. We're just going to open your hip a little bit so you're turning open. So your bent knee's under. You're going to take that top hand and just slide it down the long leg. You're going to look slightly behind you. So now we have that opening. We're still doing that hip stretch here. And breathe. Beautiful. Turning it back around. Lift up and into our downward dog. So our feet are planted. We've got our arms pressing, opening shoulders, chest to thighs. Your toes don't have to touch. You should be about 3-4 feet away from your hands so that your hips are in a V, tucking in your pelvis, and draw your head between your hands and breathe. Coming back into table. We're going to draw our other leg underneath. So now we've got our left leg tucked under. For your pigeon pose on the opposite side, we've got the long leg onto the floor. We've got our heart high. Deep breath here. Let's take the same arm with the long leg. So I've got my right arm up, right leg long. And breathe. Adding a series of different stretches to our pigeon pose. Beautiful, beautiful. Then we're going to come back down. Arm is extended long if you like. This is a deep lengthening stretch for under the arm through the base of your rotator cuff. Resting your head down on top of your hand or on top of that arm outstretched. Beautiful. Nice and long in the leg and the arm. Then you can tuck your hand back in. Clasp your fingers and draw your forehead on top of the folded hands. So this makes it for a beautiful long pigeon stretch, but you're relaxing now into the upper body. So your head is level because you've placed your head on top of your folded hands. Breathing into this lovely pigeon. Good, and then we're going to press back up. Then we're just going to shift over. So I will turn so I'm on your back. So we are going to shift this pigeon just slightly over. So you're facing the front. Okay, then we're going to lift up and we can slide down the side of our back. It's almost like a pigeon gate pose. So we're looking, the long leg is extended in front of you where you're looking. Same arm, same leg, going down the leg. Your other hand supports you. This leg is still tucked in. Beautiful, my friends. Coming back around. Preparing to lift up into your downward dog. Take a deep breath here. Hinging your hips to the sky. Draw your chest. Take a breath here. And let's look forward. We can step or hop up into forward fold. Here's where your block comes in handy. Because in your forward fold, if you cannot touch the floor, you can place your hands on top of your block and rest in your forward position, either high, medium, or low, and folding in half. If you want, you can just, if you don't have a block, you can hold the tops of your shins, the top of your ankles, or hands to floor. And then come to half jackknife. Exhale, Uttanasana. Bend your knees slightly and encircle the sun or the moon or the pumpkin and come very high and landing into Tadasana. Beautiful. Standing tall. How do we feel? Energized, stretched. How do your hips feel? You've got a lot of stretch going on here today. Inhale, stretch long. Exhale, swan dive, come back down into jackknife. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, flat back. Hands on the mat. Step, step back down into plank position. Lower to chaturanga if you can. Exhale. Inhale to upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Downward dog, beautiful. Let's take our dog and we're going to step wide with the dog. So we're straddling this mat with our feet facing the same direction as your knees. Again, if you want, you can use your block in front of you for this position. So we're straddling our mat in an open forward fold. Let's drop the elbows down, feeling the stretch more in the hamstrings and through the back of your glutes again. And
lift your face up. Bend the left knee and just gently, so it's not beyond 90 degrees. You just want to have an anchor, like so. Okay, so with this bent left knee, we're going to place our elbow here. We're going to start to lift your forward body. You can see this is sideways. We're going to swoop up and over for Parsvakonasana. Now you're going to turn that left foot the same direction as your knee. So your foot isn't twisted and in that proper alignment. Beautiful. Let's sweep this down. Land on your block or your hands. Place your foot back at 10 to 2 so that you're balanced. We're going to do a double squat now. So both knees are not bent past 90, but your midsection is dropped, so your butt's dropping. And then press the glutes back up. Have a seat. Oh, great big wide chair. Oh, how's those hips feeling? Oh, those glutes getting a good stretch. Up it comes. And then dropping down into your right knee here at no more than 90 degrees. This point, we're going to turn the foot a little bit forward. We're going to anchor the elbow. We're going to lift the body facing forward. This leg's nice and long. You got your foot already pasted in the right spot. And you're going to lift up and over for Parsvakonasana. Awesome. It's a wide stance. Parsva. Take a big, deep breath here. And we're going to wind this down. Hands to the floor or your block. Turn that front foot back to face the knee. You might want to inch your feet a little closer now and then come to that squat. Let go of your block and come back into God and Goddess pose. Ooh, so elbows are fanned out wide. Just your feet so that they are planted firmly. We're going to inhale to starfish. Exhale, squat into God and Goddess pose. Keeping the shoulders back. Keep your body strong and long. Straighten up, inhale. Exhale, squat. Very nice. Inhale, lift. And then twist arms. Left over right, attach in the middle. Come to your little squat for eagle arms and squat. Let's lift the arms slightly and then lower. You should have your vision right between your hands, the middle of your arms. If this is too intense, you can place your palms together and lift up and down for your shoulders, or if it's too intense for your squeezing your chest together. And then we're going to inhale open wide for starfish, and then exhale and wrap the other direction. So right over left last time, left over right this time. See if you can do a little eagle arms. We're coming to the squat. Lift the arms, lift the knees. Lower elbows, lower knees. Keep your focus point straight ahead. And then squat. And then reduce this back to our God and Goddess. Nice and strong and long. And then hands come to your knees. We're going to drop down with that right shoulder through the center. Your glutes sticking out, you're still a nice squat. You're looking over to your left side. Then we're going to curl up the center. Inhale. And we're going to squat again and drop that left shoulder, looking over to the right side this time. And take a breath. As you do this rotational, nice shoulder roll, we're going to do another curl up the center. We're going to do another one on the other side. Drop down with that right shoulder looking to your left side. Really feeling the opening through the upper scaps and back. This is great for your neck too. And curl. Inhale, pressing the opposite shoulder down. Beautiful. Inhale. And exhale. And then back up to center. Feet together. Back to your mat. Inhale straight up. Half moon. As we hinge to one side, legs are planted, feet together, hinging into the grounding left side as you're leaning to the right. Inhale straight, back bend balloon, your back's nice and supple now. Inhale, center, exhale, Ardha Chandrasana,
to the opposite side, grounding into this foot. The bent side foot. Inhale, straight. Swan dive, release the hands, come down, head high, and land in jackknife. Exhale, Uttanasana, or your block can be in front of you, like so. And jackknife with your block or without, and then exhale, forward fold. Hands to floor, down and down, into your plank, drop to the knees, drop to the feet, and lift up into one more cobra. And then we're going to scooch back, cross your feet, and come back to seated. As we come forward onto the mat, we're going to make our way down. Hope everybody's got lots of energy flowing. Save some room for those pre-Halloween candies as a treat after your lunch. I have to go get some. That's a good idea. Hands come back up. Slide partway down. Exhale. Keep the chin level. We're going to draw the strings up. Your feet are attached to the ground. If you have trouble with this, you can hang on to the back of your knees. Come on up. And then we can come back down a little bit. Arms come up. Ooh, that's hard to do as we inhale, pull up. Let's come all the way down. It's easier doing it from a flat position. So if you want, you can straighten your legs. It's even easier. Flex those heels. So we do the toes up to the sky. Your eyes are pointed up to the ceiling. Take a deep breath, and as we exhale, we're going to grab the cobwebs, and we're going to climb up the side of the haunted house. And we're going to sit up tall like Frankenstein coming out of his little crypt. And then we're going to drop the hands and rest. Inhale up. Slide the body all the way back down very slowly into the crypt. Arms overhead. Ready to grab the coffin's cobwebs. The lid is open, we're grabbing them, we're going to reach up nice and strong with those legs long and straight, and then land the hands. This time we're going to lay down, and we're going to stay down and get ready for Shavasana. So we come down, perfect, but before we do, we have to do the Happy Halloween pose. So, left leg, left hand, right hand. Hang on to those feet or the back of your knees and rock and roll away with a nice smile on your face because you deserve it. You've had a fun time today. Few interruptions, but hey, that's what happens in life sometimes, right? Nothing is perfect. We have to just go with the flow. And if things start to falter, if you get a phone call in the middle of your class, or if your internet kicks out, you just smile and keep going. Because it'll all fix itself out. Right? So Happy Halloween, this is actually called Happy Baby, as we massage our backs and we rock side to side. You can't help but smile and Happy Baby. Then we're going to take those legs long. You've got your pillow ready. I hope you have it handy. Place it underneath your knees and let your legs fall on top of this pillow. If you need to put a blankie on or a little sweater, if you're feeling chilly, you can do that. Otherwise, we're just going to roll, get ourselves settled in, palms to sky, to embrace all of the warmth that surrounds your body. And close your eyes and take a beautiful, deep, slow breath as we feel the breath rising deeper into your heart. Let it open up and lift off. And imagine the sky is setting and you're floating in the sky on a beautiful broomstick, just like our little witchy in the background. We're going to fly, but we can't feel anything but the gorgeous breeze, and it's so warm, flowing through our hair, wisping over our skin. Even though we're sitting on a broomstick, everything is so balanced. We don't have any fear of falling or tilting. We're just gliding through the nice,
start of the night sky. As we're flying through the air, we're watching this beautiful big harvest moon coming up over the backs of the houses. You can see the edges of the tops of the peaks of the roof, and they're all different levels and different shapes, different heights and different sizes. But they're becoming blacker and blacker as this beautiful moon starts to rise in the sky. You can see in the windows of these little homes, all of the pumpkins are lit with their smiling faces and their funny faces and their unique, creative little shapes, the designs with the glow of the candles making the light dance inside their faces. All of these windows. As it is Halloween night, and up above you can see the stars starting to sprinkle through the sky, but the moon is still hovering, huge and golden, and it too almost looks like a pumpkin face with the man in the moon's face, looking down upon everyone, resting in their beautiful Shavasana. As you're flying through the air, drawing healing energy through your entire body. There's nothing spooky about tonight because all the ghosts and the goblins are floating along with you, and they're happy and they're content and they're joyful, bringing beautiful peace and tranquility into this beautiful night sky. As you breathe, glide gently through the sky. Slowly and softly, with your eyes closed, start to bring your little broomstick down closer to the earth as you can feel yourself getting closer to landing and connecting with the earth again. As you wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes, landing softly into a beautiful field of warm, soft grass, your broomstick. And then you're going to take your hands and roll them into circles and roll your ankles up and down, flex your feet,
And then take a big scoop overhead. If you're still lying down, take a big scoop and stretch long. Allow your belly to fill with the oxygen. Big, beautiful, soft, warm night air. And then you can draw your knees up to your chest and give them a hug. Do a big stretch in your back, your legs. And then when you're ready, you can press up to seated, or you can roll from the side, sitting in easy pose, cross-legged, Semi-Padmasana. And let's draw our hands in the center of our ankles. Our eyes are closed with our left palm over top of the right. And let's begin to lift the hands away and draw a big pumpkin. Great big pumpkin all around you. And let's land this pumpkin above your head to make a big circle. And then open your eyes. And as we join the hands together and draw them down the center line to ground our pumpkin and center our body, we're going to land in the center of our hearts. And thank you all for your patience today and your fun times as always. I love being here with you and giving you the best yoga flow we can come up with every week. So until we meet next week again, stay happy, healthy. Make sure you have some treats, whatever your treats may be. Make them worthwhile because you deserve it. And happy Halloween. That's how we say namaste. Namaste, everyone. And happy Halloween. Big hugs. Pumpkin hugs. And we'll see you next week. Thanks again for joining. Take care, everyone.